It's always nice when the Yankees win. It's always nice when they win on the road too against teams like Toronto. They just won 2-0. Freaking Michael King, man. 7 innings, 1 run, 1 hit ball. Absolutely filthy. And it's fantastic. I was just watching the Phillies just walked off and clinched the postseason with a base hit in the bottom of the 10th. I was watching my father-in-law, who's a Phillies fan, and he's excited. He's excited. Him and my wife were both excited that the Phillies just won. So on a walk-off hit. So the Yankees won in 2021. They clinched with a walk-off by Aaron Judge to clinch the playoffs. So, um, yeah. But shout out to everybody here. Hit that thumbs up if you're happy that the Yankees won 2-0. Austin Wells, man, is showing me something here. Showing the power bat, showing his patience. And he's a pretty skilled hitter, but with the exception of his 2-run home run, it was a low hit game. Now let's pull the box score up here. 2-run home run for Austin Wells, and that was the game, and that was it. So King went 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, 98 pitches. The ERA is down to 2.50. Johnny Brito came in with 2 clean innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Clay Holmes came in for the save. So gave up a hit in the 9th, and that was it. So Yankees won 2-0. And again, if they win, they're now 80 and 76. If they win one more game, then they'll be at least 500. Then there'll be no losing record this year. So that's a bright thing to look forward to. But the Yankees, they were 79, 77. Now they're 80 and 77. If they win one more game in the season, then it's impossible to have a losing record for the year. And I do think they will accomplish that, either now against Kansas City. So I'm happy to see that. Happy to see it. And King was great tonight. He's fantastic. Really fantastic. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. Got some walks against the Blue Jays. They're very patient, very disciplined. It's a lineup that you pitch around as often as you possibly can, right? So, when Attack Murakami will get posted. Yeah, it's very doubtful, Jason. It sounds like he won't be posted for another 2 years, unfortunately. And plays third and first. No, but I'm hearing that he's not going to get posted for maybe 2 more years, which stinks because if he did get posted, then he'd be a nice guy to get. So, yeah, Red Sox lost guarantees. The Yankees don't finish last. I like that, Peter. I like that. But shout out to Jason, Peter, D-Rod. We got my consigliere here, Rob. Yeah, he is 23. Rob's in the house. Louis G, Mike Kowinski, D-Rod's here. Texas, the king, the man, the fighter. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure. Dev is here. Lorenzo, Sean, Peter. We got the Mafia here. Al Morass is here too. Rob Saxon, David Herrera. We got the whole crew here. Al Morass here too. And again, I had a feeling that Yankees will come. We said this too. The Yankees will, come up just short, and they'd probably still finish the season strong. And let's just say they win a couple games against the Blue Jays, they'll probably finish pretty decent, close to postseason. But it is what it is now. So it is what it is. Joel, appreciate you, Colin Sigeti, my man. Yeah, the Jets sign. I put out a video on my football channel, Trevor Simeon. They needed to get another quarterback there to compete with. There's too many people in the Jets organization, not the coaches, but even guys including Joe Namath, who don't want to see Zach Wilson playing. And they don't think he's the answer. I know that the coaches give him a vote of confidence, and Garrett Wilson, some of his teammates have. But again, it's he's not showing to be the answer right now. But again, it's hard to. It's a pretty precipitous drop from Aaron Rodgers to whoever is coming in his place. So they needed to get another quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised if they got another one at some point. So we'll see. I don't think we'll be able to keep the Blue Jays out of the playoffs. I'd be shocked. Depends on who the Blue Jays play after the Yankees. So Yeah. Depends on who they play in after these next 3 games after the Yankees. So Johnny Brito's solid. Mr. Coconut, what's good? Yankee Mike, what's good? Word Lifers here too. Yeah, Zach Wilson's got a super low quarterback rating. Super low. It's not good. So he's also a young kid, Lorenzo, too. So he's not ready for it. He's definitely not ready for it. He needs to just sit behind a veteran, which was what he was going to do behind Aaron Rodgers before he was thrown to the wolves again. And he's still showing that he's not ready. So looks like he's overwhelmed by the moment and everything else too. So uh, hopefully Simeon pushes him, and compliments him. But I think another because Simeon was sent to the practice squad, so another one would be wise to bring in here, even if it's freaking Nick Foles or Carson Wentz or somebody like that. I'd do it. Thank you, Consiglietti. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, we got the King of Texas, the King of California. We got the two kings here. Oh man, appreciate you. Yeah, Steven, you give Peraza consistent playing time. He shows that he can produce with his bat. This is why I say we have a credible backup, okay, to replace a good amount of Gleyber Torres production if they move Torres. So many folks think the offense is going to collapse without Torres. He's not hitting 45 home runs a year, okay, and the home runs aren't the only stat. And his defense, offsets a lot of his offense too. Do I appreciate Torres' production? Yeah. But I think a guy like Peraza, even if he hit 15 to 20 home runs, had a decent batting average and had good defense, he makes everybody around him better with the defense. I'll take that because you'll get production from other places depending on who you bring in this offseason too. So who is the AL MVP? My guess right now, Jason, is probably Otani or Corey Seager. I think it's between those two. So Kaepernick wrote a letter to join the Jets. I heard the Jets didn't reach out to him, but he hasn't played in like 5 years, man. They stonewalled his ass. It's just ridiculous. And yes, he needs a better offensive line. Any quarterback on that team. And this is one reason why freaking Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Dwayne Brown, it's unfortunate. But yeah, I think it's between Otani and Corey Seager, Jason, for AL MVP. I would trade Torres in the right trade too. It's got to be the right trade though. I see Cole winning the Cy Young as well. I can't see somebody beating him. I really can't. Chicken Palm is in the house, baby. Let's go. Let's try to get them likes up. Let's try to get the likes over 100 if we can. We always try to get to 100 on these live streams. So, damn man. Yeah, I mean, see Holmes. I mean, yeah. And like I heard today, I'm reading an article. I'm doing a video on it tomorrow, but the Padres are looking to slash about 50 million off their payroll, which tells me I don't think there's a chance in hell Blake Snell's going to come back or Josh Hader's going to come back. So Hader's up right for the taking. At the Yankees, I would definitely be interested in pursuing him as a closer. You get Josh Hader. I think he can handle him. If he's willing to cut his hair, I think he can handle here. I do. I don't think Blake Snell would handle him, but I think Josh Hader would. The Blue Jays played last year against Tampa Bay. Okay. So they'll give him some tough. Who if they got Josh Hader, there's no way Josh Hader's not going to close. Jonathan. Nestor, if in the right trade, yeah, I think if he's going to stay, I would put him in long relief. I would not put him in the rotation. I don't think he can stay healthy now, unfortunately. I would put him in long relief. I would, Nestor Cortez. Casino Del Flex, what's good? I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Always, man. Always keeping it straight, man. You know that, man. There's no other way to do it. Honestly, like at least in my that's the way I feel, Flex. There's no better way to do it than keep it straight, man. You know what I mean? And if he's in the house, what is good, my man? The Padres TV deal fell through. They're in a pretty precarious financial situation. So they have to, they're not in compliance with MLB's policies. And I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. But this, I think it provides a perfect opportunity for the Yankees to pounce and jump in. Because I can't see them going out and giving freaking Soto $40 million a year. Can't do it. I can't see it. No. And why would Soto want to do that if they can potentially get worse financially? They could move on from Bogarts. They can move on from Machado, Tatis. Like, they can move on from these guys. But the $50 million, I think Snell's going to get close to 30. Hader's probably going to get 20. That's your $50 million right there. So it takes him down to 200 pretty much immediately. Just not bringing those two guys back. So I think he's going to become quietly available, Jason. I do think, because of this situation. I think that they honestly have no choice but to make him available. And if the team's going to get worse, why would Soto want to go back there? Why? You know what I mean? So I would be keeping tabs on him in the trade market, or obviously if he's going to stay there the year and they're going to try to re-sign him, which I don't think they're going to do, it makes sense to try to pursue a trade now. And he's the only player in baseball I would give lots of prospects for. No one else. Halfway to next season, they could, Rob. They could have Peraza, DJ, Volpe, Cabrera, Sweeney. Yeah, they can have the whole infield covered. In all honesty, let's just say there's a lot of talk about them getting Bellinger. Let's just say they get Cody Bellinger, right? And he plays the outfield, and then they pivot him over to first base to maybe keep his lower body healthy. He replaces Rizzo. Now you have Bellinger at first base, and then you have your infield. And then, could you imagine him getting Bellinger and Soto? This is one of the things I've said repeatedly. Like, we have to surround Judge on both sides. Good on-base percentage guys. Could you imagine Soto before Judge and Bellinger after Judge? That would be a nightmare for opposing pitchers. A freaking nightmare. Not saying it will happen, but the possibilities, you never know. You never know. Oh. They dump Soto. I think it's possible, Wink. I think they're unfortunately would have to consider it based on their financial situation in order to stay compliant with the rules. And they're in a tough spot now. If the TV deal fell through, they're in a tough spot. It's unfortunately so. And I think I agree with Jonathan. Soto will get traded if you get a monster return. And it's, again, keep in mind, when the Padres acquired him, they got 2.5 years of Soto. There's only 1 year of Soto left. So the return is not going to be as monstrous as they gave up, but it's still going to be big, right? And if I'm the Yankees, I am all over this. This is the generational player that they need, who's left-handed, who's an on-base percentage machine, who hits in the clutch. Like, he's what the Yankees need in front of Judge, man. Honestly, this is him. Yeah, Brooks Robinson passed away today at age 86. And for those NCIS fans, David McCullum, Ducky, he also passed away today. So may he rest in peace too. Passed away at 90. Robinson was 86. Ducky from NCIS was 90. So, yeah. Oh, it's a good day, NFE. It's a good day, baby. Got that right. It is a good day on Tuesday. Yeah. NFE's got it, man. That's how we do it. Martial arts fitness is like a drug. It's like a good drug. It's really hard to not get off of it. Like, it's once you start rolling and once you start, transitioning to other stuff, it's really hard to stop doing it. Again, it's a good drug to be addicted to. Right, NFE? You know what I mean? That's right. Carlos. Yeah, Brooks Robinson was 86 when he passed. Austin Wells, Tyler Talbot. Yeah, I would agree. I like what I'm seeing from Austin Wells. Another home run. He's showing the ability to put the wood on the ball, and he's got to be part of the catching equation platoon next year. With who? I don't know, but part of the catching platoon, no doubt. No doubt about it. King is a 105. Yeah, he does. Since they transitioned him to a starter, he's been kind of unstoppable. So at some point, I think he'll come back to earth. But like, I like what I'm seeing from King. I really do. So Lee, Florial, Dominguez, Judge, Ferrer, fourth man, Lee, Jung Hoo Lee from South Korea. Sean, I'll take him. Florial, Dominguez from center, Judge in the right field, Pereira fourth man. Very possible. And that's like a pretty credible outfield, Sean. That's a pretty credible outfield. Yeah, exactly. Imagine judging you have an on base percentage guy in front of him who you don't want him to get on base because then you don't want to pitch to Judge with the guys on, and then but they can't be cued around Judge because the guy after him is also an on base percentage guy with some more power. Like you have to be, you got to throw strikes for these guys, and that's hell for pitchers. Honestly, that's hell. That's hell. So. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, 1 year of Soto will get a good amount of return, but it's not going to get the same return as 2.5 years. It's not. So, and this is where the Yankees can capitalize. So, I don't know. I mean, this is up in the air for me, NFA. I'm keeping, I'm keeping that one out, until like I want us to wake up on one and be like, holy crap, the Yankees traded for Soto. Like that's how I hope it happens. Honestly, really, really. So. Tours helped. Yeah, yeah. After Judge, yeah. Yep. Yes, indeed. If Soto's gonna be auction, what's the bidding? Davey, that's a good question. It's probably gonna cost. Let's see. Everson Pereira. Probably a guy like Chase Hampton or Tyler Hardman or maybe a Will Warren, something like that. 3 or 4 prospects. But again, it's not gonna cost the whole farm. Not for 1 year, Soto. Not for 1 year. You know what I mean? Yeah, NFE, that's right, baby. Yeah, David McConnell, he passed away today. Ducky from NCIS, so 90 years old. Ah, you saw Wells first. Nice, Wink. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Tyler, I'm with you here. I'm with you 100%. I don't think Torres is here next year. Who we got to say? I think Oswald Peraza. If Torres is traded, Peraza plays second. Oh, McCollum was a good actor. I loved him on NCIS. Loved him. So, what if the Rangers dangle Jack Leiter or Dodgers dangle Miller? Do you think they can beat us? Probably. Well, that's only one prospect out. I can't see Soto signing an extension with Texas. Maybe the Dodgers, maybe, but um, you know, imagine waking up to the news Yankees sign Yamamoto and Lee, and then someday hear Torres and prospect for Bednar. That's a hell of an offseason, Sean. A hell of an offseason. Trino doesn't have much fun. Not right now. He does not, Jonathan. This is true. Yeah, I mean, if Volpe's willing to move the second, I would too. And Paparazzi at shortstop, that's a better infield tandem, I think. No. If Torres is traded, Peraza at second, who plays third? Could be one of their kids. They can bring in somebody like Candelario, who won't be that expensive for third base, a switch hitter. Another, kind of a veteran who's not that old. He won't cost that much. He's a reliable player. He's a good contact hitter, athletic. So one of the things with the Yankees, they were too right-handed and too unathletic this last couple of years. So anything that would help counter that would be a good idea for this team. Could be Cabrera third too, Joe. That's right too. Could be Cabrera. We'll see, Anthony. We'll see if we, you know, yeah, he could be on the team. If he's on the team, then I'm not going to complain. I'll cheer him on. You know, no, he's definitely not built for shortstop long term. Volpe, but he gets to the ball. I'll give him that. He gets to the ball. You know, Sweeney's another guy. Yeah, they can lefty bats. Yes, I mean no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Lee Jung Ho Lee's a lefty from South Korea. Bellinger lefty. Soto lefty. A lot of these guys are lefty. So how they construct is going to be a good idea. But if they get two lefties this offseason, I'll be happy. Who got decent on base percentage capabilities. You know what I mean? Oswaldo, yeah, he is switch using the shorts, the switch hitting. Rob, I don't want the Yankees to make any trades unless it's players like Torres, Crook, Marinaccio, Ryu, Schmidt, Vasquez, hey, Meter, Person Warren. You mean Fitz? Do you mean Richard Fitz, Rob? Some of those guys might be. All right, we got 47 likes. We need 53 to get to 100. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, please do. We always want to get to 100 to celebrate this win from the Yankees. 100%, Steven. Yeah, I mean, some of those guys you mentioned here, Rob, will probably be trade bait. You know, Marinaccios, he's a tough one. I don't think Abreu should be back. Schmidt, you might be get some value from him. You know, Tor. I mean, Vasquez. Like, if the Yankees are ballsy enough to go out and pursue a Marlins trade, right, and use Torres, I would add Vasquez or Burrito for one of those starting pitchers and keep whoever I don't send over there for long relief here. You know, we're gonna do DJ and Rizzo. I think Rizzo will be back. He's only back for one more year, and then he's a free agent. So DJ might be the utility guy they actually signed him to be. Who knows? We don't know yet, James. He has a much better second half of the season than the first half. That's for sure. No, and Volpe has quick feet. He's got a pretty quick bat too. He's aggressive. He gets to the ball. It's not flashy. He's not smooth like butter like Oswald Peraza, but he gets to the freaking ball. You know what I mean? He does get to the ball, and that matters. Peraza's just smooth like butter, and defensively. So, yeah, if Rizzo's healthy, yeah. I mean, it's crazy because the week after Judge crashed into that wall with the Dodgers, Rizzo had that collision with Tatis Jr. So, like, two of their better bats, I mean, pretty much right away, at the same time, they were, affected for a while. And that was a tough hit for the Yankees. Well, the Rizzo one took longer to acknowledge, but still not having him is tough. Unload Herman. I think they'll move Herman. I think they're going to move Severino. Well, he'll be moving free agency. No. Peraza's he's an ace at freaking defensively at shortstop. So yeah, I would agree. I like his versatility in Infield, Eric, playing regularly. So I personally, NFI, I can't see them trading DJ. Not yet. I can't see it. Yeah. Herman, I could see going. Severino, walking. Abreu, like all of those other guys. Bowers, McKinney, Franchi, like I could see all those guys. I see Wandy moving elsewhere too. I don't think Frankie Montez will be back. Higashioka might be Brandon, but I don't know. He's got another year left, so they could trade him somewhere. And but I think Austin Wells is going to be part of whatever is going to be the plan of catcher in 2024. So no doubt about it. I get the Padres all my farm. I mean, Dominguez, Spencer Jones, Peraza, Warren, Hampton. So I don't think it's going to cost that much, Davey. Honestly, I would pull the trigger in a heartbeat along with Yamamoto. Yeah, if they got Yamamoto and Soto, man, that would be a huge offseason for them. I don't think it's going to cost that much. Like, you won't have to give Dominguez and Spencer. They might ask for it, Davey, but I don't think it's going to require that. No. Spencer Jones. Warren, I would give up. Um, Probably Dominguez. I mean, I don't think the Padres need another infielder. Their infield's covered, so they might not require a Peraza. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see. All good, O'Brien. I'm feeling everywhere. I'm feeling pretty well. For those that asked how I'm feeling pretty well. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Feeling pretty good. Hope you're all doing the same. Yeah, that collision. I mean, that collision just jacked up Rizzo's season. You got that right, 100%. Torres for a prospect for Torres and a prospect for Garrett, like Braxton Garrett. Yeah, Torres and a prospect. I can see that. Or Torres and Brito, or Torres and Vasquez, or Torres and a prospect for Braxton Garrett. No. The Marlins have a 6-man rotation, but Sandy Alcantara now has a sprained UCL. This chat, he might need Tommy John. So I don't know what the Marlins' appetite is going to be to trade one of their starting pitchers right now. But if I had to choose between Garrett and Cabrera, I'm going Garrett because the workload increase is not as significant as Cabrera's. Cabrera added 100 innings this year. So that's a lot. So 4 trains in the house. Shout out to my man Mazza. What's good? Yankees will have to overpay more notes. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Not wrong there. But it's not going to cost Dominguez and Spencer John. Like, that would be insane. But it's still going to cost a pretty penny for Juan Soto. From anybody, from any team. Yep. Yes, indeed. But the possibilities, man, if he got Juan Soto, man, oh my gosh. He looks so good in pinstripes. So good in pinstripes. My gosh, man. Yeah. But bright spots from today, man. Free Michael King, 6 innings, 1 hit. Brito again. Austin Wells, 2-run shot. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Eli Apple and Kern Bank. Yes. I put them on my Eli, yeah, my Sean, I did my video. The 4 biggest trash talkers in the NFL who never backed up their talk on the field. I talked about that yesterday. I put out that video. And I'm going to put out my 5 biggest trash talkers who actually backed it up on the field next week. So for those that haven't subscribed to the football channel, please do. That way you don't miss that type of stuff. So give me a lot more stuff like that coming too. Yeah, I'm really, really pushing hard to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can get the football live streaming going, so people can start trash talking with each other and all that stuff, because that is a lot of fun, especially in football. So, yeah, this is a good game, Brother Bill. It was good. I mean, Mike King was good. They shut the Blue Jays down. Like, it was good. It was really good. I got a good feeling about Wells too, Rob. I do. Showing poise, just good context, skills, patience, like aggressiveness. I like what I'm seeing from Austin Wells. King showed the guts of Cole today. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When you don't have your best up, you still fight. You figure out a way to do it. That's exactly what Cole does. That's why Cole's our race, man. That's why he's our race. You know what I mean? I'll check your comment out today, NFA. Yeah. Kelsey brothers back at oh god, yeah. Yeah. Kelsey's Travis and Jason, they're both good. They're both really good. So Emily don't acknowledge when Yankees are good, and will be a lot better than Yankees. Yeah, I mean, it's true, but they don't need to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? It's for those that know. But I don't think that's something they would acknowledge anyway, because they would look like they're playing favorites. My guess, Davey. Mm-hmm. Toe-to-toe with Gossman. Yeah, yes, he did. Yes, he most certainly did. And Gausman got 230 strikeouts or something like that too already this year. So Gausman had a pretty solid year. Pretty solid year. The NBA plays favorite. Yeah, and they kind of do, Davey. But it's a little bit easier, I think, to play favorites in the NBA because there's only 5 people on a team actively on the floor at the same time. So I think it's a little bit easier to do. You have like one superstar has such a big impact on one team, like or two superstars or whatever. You know what I mean? So. And a few man, I appreciate. Oh, any comment, short, long, I always appreciate it, brother. Trash talk and center. Mm. Trash talk and center. In NBA. Shaq, but he backed it up in every way. So, acoustic kick on the radio. There you go, D-Rod. Get in there, man. Get in there, baby. Man, could you imagine Lee, Soto, Yamamoto, Nolan, Hader be freaking crazy offseason, Steven? Absolutely nuts offseason. So, hit them thumbs up, by the way, gang. If anybody hasn't hit them those thumbs up, we're trying to get to 100 likes if we possibly can. And I thank you. I thank you for that. I appreciate it. What do I think the Yankees would be in the standings if Judge? I think if Judge didn't get hurt and Rodon didn't get hurt in 3 months, and then Stanton didn't miss 50 games, I think they'd be in the playoffs. I really do. I do. Wink. Kevin Garnett backed it up. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah. So is he Cole bringing it tomorrow, man. Just finish off the season strong and get ready for them to call you and announce that you win the Cy Young Award. You know? Lonzo Mourning's another one. Backed up his trash talk. Yep. I think you'll find my next video enjoyable too. The people who actually backed up their trash talk. And that's not even including Deion Sanders on the list. He's definitely it's crazy. Yeah, you're right about that, Brother Bill. I mean, there were quite a few games that the Yankees characteristically blew that they could have won to put them in a different position. 100% right about that, man. So, Texas, you're the man. I appreciate that, my friend. That's the goal. That's the goal. You know what I mean, Texas? We want people to think that we have the best. I feel like they have the best here. So, I appreciate that, Texas. You're the king of Texas, man. Who do I think the Yankees should be targeting for agency? Josh Hader, Jung-Hoo Lee, Yamamoto, pitcher. Probably Jamer Candelario too. Randy Moss, another one. Wells was fantastic tonight. So that's who I think, Eric. Wells was fantastic at that clutch 2-run home run in like the 7th inning. Picking his moments, attacking, Props to Austin Wells. Really, props to Austin Wells. Love what I'm seeing. Nola's another one. He pitched tonight. Phillies did walk off 3-2. And they had a good night tonight. But Craig Kimbrell blew it for me. He left with a 2-1 lead. Craig Kimbrell blew it up. So Warren Sapp another one. Yeah. No, the one guy who didn't talk smack, he didn't need to talk smack, D-Rod. Evan Smith didn't talk a lot of smack either. But Barry Sanders was like one of the most quiet guys. If he had an offensive line to protect him, like Evan Smith had, he would have rushed for probably 2,500 yards a year. He's my favorite running back of all time. So my favorite of all time. You know what I mean? Walls reminds you of Thurman Munson mixed with automatic. Yeah, kind of does. No. But Barry Sanders is my guy, man. That's my guy right there. And the wide receiver, Megatron, he didn't talk smack either. One of the greatest wide receivers of all time, both from the Detroit Lions. And, just from humble guys and modest guys, and they let their play do the talking. And their play was so freaking good. I'm not surprised that both of them are Hall of Famers. Wells padding with the pinch. Yeah, I like it too, Wink. I mean, Wells got yeah. I mean, he's got the Tom Selleck thing. This is Magnum PI right here, man. That's what you know what I mean. Ding, 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 ding. You like I almost want to play the Magnum PI theme song. Like when they should play a Magnum PI's theme song for his walk up when he gets the bat. Wells, man. Like Walter Payton, another one. Yep. Yamamoto, Otani, Bellinger. I pass on Otani, but Yamamoto and Bellinger, I would be happy with. I would be happy with Davey. It's going to be very interesting off season. It really, really will. And I do. I think, and some people, a couple folks agree that we do think Hal's going to be busier. The Yankees are going to be busy this off season, and as their own way of acknowledging that they need to make some moves and be aggressive to get better. They need to do it without them saying it. They're going to be aggressive. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, look. If we continue with the youth movement with kids, then I would be loading up on pitching if I was the Yankees. Honestly, starters and relievers. You know what I mean? So, D-Rod, Tom Selleck's mustache is like legendary. Like seriously, Robert, always a pleasure, my friend. I'll wrap it up in a minute too, Yang. But yeah, I do pass on time. But yeah, Tom Selleck, I mean, like Magnum PI. You know what I mean? Red Sox lose 76 and 81. All right. Yankees just need one more win. One more win, please. Please. So, yeah, I saw the new Magnum PI. It's not the same as the old one. So it's like, it's hard to duplicate Magnum PI. It's hard to duplicate Knight Rider. You know what I mean? I like him much better than I do Baywatch. David Hasselhoff. Like, you know, Michael Knight. Boston lost 9-7. Love it. Love it. Just get one more game and the Yankees cannot have a losing season. So, which would be fantastic. Kansas City swept Houston in Houston. I'm like, they're like one of the hottest teams out there right now. It's freaking ridiculous. So, and I mean, it looks like the Texas Rangers are really trying to solidify the division and knock Houston out. So we'll see what happens there. I think Houston's still going to be pretty formidable if they're in the postseason. You know, watch for the league. Yeah, I mean, of course, Sean Hell, yeah, Hamlin, the call, like, yeah. No. Soto, Hader, Yamamoto, Candelaria, Torres. Oh man, this is the type of offseason I like hearing from you guys, Tyler and everybody else. This is the type. It's reminiscent of the 2009 offseason when the Yankees just went buck wild. They did, and I hope I put out a short earlier. Hopefully the Yankees repeat the pattern. In 2007, A-Rod won the MVP. 2008, they didn't make the playoffs. 2009, they won the World Series. Last year, Judge won the MVP. This year, we didn't make the playoffs. Maybe they have an offseason like they did in 2009. Maybe they'll win the World Series next year. No, you never know. You never know. KC lost to Detroit 6-3. Okay. Don Johnson and Phil Michael Thomas, man. Another great freaking theme song. Like, yeah, it's really hard to not like the Miami Yasmin. Yeah, Sean. Uh-huh. Andrew. Tom Selleck in this movie, like Countdown to D-Day. Yeah, yeah. He didn't look as much like Eisenhower, but he nailed the role. He's good, Tom Selleck. Jasmine, yeah. Bleeth, right? Was it Bleeth? Be still, my heart. Be still it, baby. Right, Sean. I think if Boone, it sounds like Boone's going to come back. It sounds as if they've already made their decision, and I do think if he comes back, Sean Casey will come back too. And if the Yankees have a full season with Sean Casey, rather than taking about 6 weeks to adapt to him mid-season, I think they're going to be much better off with that. A healthier team and a team that has a full year of Sean Casey and perhaps a newly revamped analytics area. I think the Yankees will be better off. I really do. They got to be healthy. So they got to be healthy. Yasmin was definitely a looker. So was Nicole back in the day, but then she got like she fell off the map, man. 4 games up on the Red Sox with 5 to play. One more win for the Yankees. Just one more win, baby. One more. Two then Stanton in there. DJ and Stanton. Yeah, I mean, kind of right. I mean, DJ, I think less of a long jam. Played a utility, but like if I'm them, I'm going for Lee in South Korea. Like I'm going in one of those guys. You know what I mean? Erica Elniak was also. Oh, did under siege. Oh yeah, I remember. She was the Playboy model, right? Sean did the dancing. Woo. Oh god. It sounds like Boone's coming back, but it looks like someone who knows he's gone. Yeah, and he's even said it. You know that he's leaving. You know, his fate's in their hands and whatnot. But it sounds as if the Yankees are going to have him back. I mean, a lot of stuff was out of his control last this year. So you know, don't think they make their changes to the trainer staff. I mean, I would, at the very least, evaluate them and probably, yeah. We need to keep players healthy, or healthier more often. Honestly, like they have to do it. They absolutely have to do it. So Brewers clinched. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sean just liked it because wow, so it was hard not to like Sean. That was a nice, yeah, scene. Playboy Bill. Under Siege, great movie. Great movie with Tommy Lee Jones. Um, what's his name? Oh God, from Lethal Weapon. Gary Busey. Gary Busey. Yes, she better than probably Baywatch. Charles in Charge. That was a tough one to get through. Debut. I think she was a little bit younger in Charles in Charge, right? I think so. Why didn't Boone run for Stanton? Who cares? Edward, they won. It doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, of course went crazy. Yeah. Sean Browning, a little insignificant fact: Steven Seagal was the first non-Japanese martial arts instructor to have a school of his own in Japan. Well, that's cool, Edward. But I don't think anybody else cares right now. In all honesty, like he didn't run from me, he didn't run from him. So, I mean, had it made a difference in the game, I think people would have probably cared more. But nothing backfired, Edward. So, thankfully, yeah, Gary Busey. I met him. I have a photo with him on my phone. I met him at a horror movie convention for it was a Predator 2 reunion there. I met him and Danny Glover. They were both there. But Gary Busey was drunk when I met him. Drunk. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see if I can pull this up. He was like, yeah, not even Chuck Norris did that. Chuck Norris never did that either. Chuck Norris never did that. But he's one of the more world-renowned martial artists, obviously, too. So let's see if I got the Busey here. Um, but Chuck Norris did a lot of cool stuff too back in the day. He's a great martial artist, obviously, and he's got like a line, like a resume of belts. Oh, Predator 2 is the best low budget, actually. Yeah, I mean, I like Predator 1 better, but low budget, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree, man. You got to put Stanton through some intense training. Got to get his flexibility better. Got to get his range of motion better. Got to get his recovery better. Like it's almost he's like the strongest man in the world, upper body. Then he has these chicken legs, which is crazy. No, Return of the Dragon, Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee. Yeah, yes, indeed. I'm looking for my photo here with Gary Busey. You could probably tell in the photo. Here it is. Here we go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is he? Here we go. The Buse. Me and Busey. Me and Glover. Yeah, baby. If you haven't seen, and this is Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, one of the nicest guys ever. He was also in Friday the 13th Part 7, which is why I was at the Horror Movie Convention. There's a lot of Friday the 13th people there. Bruce Lee or Jet Li? Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. I like Jet Li, but Bruce Lee. Get to the chopper. It's the Yankees' best record since August 28th, and it'll be Seattle needs to beat the Stros to knock the Stros out. They need to beat the Stros tonight, Cruise Control? If they beat the Stros, do they eliminate them tonight? Is that what you're saying, Cruz? Can you tell us how you get to the martial arts? My dad worked when he started working at the United Nations. There was a martial arts club there for like the military folks, the Secret Service agents, and all that stuff. And he went and he took me when I was younger. I was picked on when I was a kid. Then he took me, and I never stopped. And I got my black belt there, and I got a couple of the black belts, and I never stopped. So I kept going. And I teach and all that stuff. The guy that we learned from, Chin Chang, he was the dojo, which is basically keyword for the Michael Corleone, the godfather of martial arts. He was the dojo of Hapkido, the only 10th degree black belt in the world at the time of Hapkido. And this guy, I've never seen anything like it. Ever seen anything like it. So, knocked them out of the third spot. Okay. Get their asses out of the third spot, man. Get them out of the third spot, man. I mean, I would love it if Houston was eliminated too from the postseason. You know, really. Van Dam, Seagal. I mean, Van Dam had better fights in his movies. But Seagal, like, if you really want to see some of the pure Aikido from Steven Seagal, watch Above the Law, the first one. You'll see a lot of his pure Aikido. I think he's a 7th degree grandmaster in Aikido. So, in real life, like legit. Bloodsport, I loved. I absolutely loved. And Bolo Young, who was a student of Bruce Lee, got to play Chung Lee. Student of Bruce Lee. You are next. And then, you know what? You know what I have? You know who I have? I think it's in here. Yes, it is tragic about Bruce Willis. I mean, it's very, very tragic. It sucks. It's one of my wife's favorite actors. We met him actually at when he came to Broadway for the show Misery that they remade on Broadway. We met him. We stood out in the cold for like an hour in 10 degrees, and we met him. Signed our books. Yep. Seagal's in no sign. He also injured some people in movies. But Van Damme was a better entertainer in movies, like fights and all that stuff. Where is he? I want to bring you back to Bloodsport here. If I could find this photo. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. Going the wrong way. Hang on. Do you remember Ray Jackson? Ray Jackson, who's also, where is it, man? What the hell? Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. I met him. Here he is. This is Ray Jackson, Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Such a sweetheart. Ric Flair. The Nature Boy. Yeah. Here's Booger. For any Revenge of the Nerds fans. That's Booger. Call me Booger. So, Ray Jackson, baby. Okay, USA, that's right. I've been lucky. I've been lucky, D-Rod. Like, I met a couple of presidents, my parents. I met Bill Clinton through my mom's job, and I was working at the day he came in for a show, and he was president at the time. I've never seen Secret Service like that before. I met Mother Teresa at my dad's job, United Nations. Met a lot of people, a lot of celebrities, a lot of celebrities. Jackie Chan. I like Jackie Chan because I like the movie The Foreigner. That was like his first serious role. If you haven't seen The Foreigner with Jackie Chan, see it. It's good. It's good. Chuck Schumer. He spoke at my college graduation. Chuck Schumer. He was the keynote speaker. Crazy. Crazy. Yes, indeed. He's a good speaker. A good speaker. Chuck Schumer. Nice, man. Rocking it, Davey, rocking it. But yeah, Booger. I was a huge fan of Booger. Huge fan of Revenge of the Nerds. You know what's crazy too? An insignificant fact of the day. Revenge of the Nerds. It's like the only movie I can't buy. You can't order it on digital. It's not. There's something with the contract, or you can order every other one, 2, 3, 4, and whatever else. You can't order the original Revenge of the Nerds. I met Billy Crystal. His daughter played volleyball at NYU, and I met Billy. I've never met Michael Jackson. Never Michael Jackson, but I did meet Denzel Washington. I didn't Yogi Bear and Don Larson. Nice. I met Sandy Koufax. Um, and Sandy Koufax and for those that are familiar with NCIS, DiNozzo's dad, or number two with the patch in his eye for Austin Powers, Robert Wagner. They came to a show together. Robert Wagner and Sandy Koufax came to a show together on Broadway. Revenge of the Nerds was awesome, D-Rod. It was a great movie. Kissinger and four-star General Japan. Damn, Jeffrey James. Tex, that's some royalty right there. That's some freaking royalty. Security for Bill Gates, nice. Paul Rudd, nice. Nice, man. Let's see who else I got here. I've been able to meet a lot of people too. My mom worked in the entertainment industry, the Broadway theaters. My dad worked at the United Nations. So I've met like I can't even begin to tell you how many people I've been lucky enough to meet. It's been freaking awesome. I got a couple more for you. You may have seen some of these photos. I may have shared them with you. Here's Kate Beckinsale, the actress. Let's see. Kimbo Slice of him. Matt Serra from the UFC. Frank Yeager from the UFC. Oh, wait, here's Frank Yeager. Here we go. With those guys, Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. Nice guy, Jamie Kennedy from Scream. Let's see. The Bella Twins from WWE. Nikki and Brie Bella. So I've been really lucky. Really lucky. Here's remember him? Joey Pants from The Sopranos. From The Fugitive. Yeah, super cool. Joe Pantoliano, super cool guy. Super duper cool guy. Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws. Yeah, my man Rich. Missy, Missy. So Doc Gooden, nice. David Cohn, nice. I met David Cohn. I was at David Cohn's perfect game with my mom. That was awesome. That was awesome. I mean, it really was. Here, let's see if I got anybody else here. I'll wrap this up again in a minute. But you folks are bringing me back here, so I appreciate you giving me some of your stories too. Got a lot of photos of the babies, of the girls. Lots of photos of the girls. Yeah, that's what I got right now. That's what I got. Um, but some more. On Off Broadway, yeah, I've been to like 1,000 Broadway shows, opening nights, Tony Awards with my mom. Like we've been to openings, and we met the entire cast from The Sopranos at the Jersey Boys opening cast. They were there. Frankie Valli from the Fort. We met them all, and then met at another show. Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci came to. I forgot which show it was. Lennox Lewis. I met a lot of them. You barely see the gun behind the celeb's back. Yeah, D-right, exactly. Nice. Nice, Wink. Nice, dude. It's 11 bike. Stop. Give me more. Oh, that stinks, Rob. But I got a cool story about Don Mattingly. He came to a guy I know one. He was head bartender for a Broadway show that my mom worked at theater, and that I worked at too. Don Mattingly came to the show with his family, and he bought like whatever during intermission, peanuts and whatever. And Juan wouldn't take it. He's like, "No, I'm gonna son me, Don Mattingly. I love you." Blah blah blah. Mattingly gave him $500 bills with a nice tip. Gave him a stack. Boom. Hit him off with 500s. 500s. Don Mattingly. One of the coolest things ever. One of the coolest things ever. Nice. Oh, sorry to hear it, Sean. Nice, man. Washington State, nice, dude. Fantastic. Fantastic. Quiet for sure. Yeah, we worked on that yesterday, right, Texas? We're quiet and the kids are ready whip. Got that right. Yes, sir. I saw Barack Obama at the Apollo Theater before he became president. He did a speech there as a like one of his final speeches before the election. I was there with my wife, no, my mom and my best friend Mike, and we saw him at the Apollo Theater. And I met Bill Clinton while he was president at my mom's theater, um, and I got to talk to him personally too, which is kind of cool. But like the Secret Service that surrounds the U.S. president is um, overwhelming. It's like beyond anything you can think of. Harlem Globetrotters, nice. Well, I did. One of the highlights of my life was meeting the goat, Michael Jordan. Came to the clinic I used to work at, and musculoskeletal clinic, and that was pretty much like one of the greatest days of my life. So I never met George Steinbrenner. I met Brian Cashman at the game. Never George Steinbrenner. Ryan Seacrest, nice dude, nice. I mean, I've met lots of other people too. The cast of Saturday Night Live, they came to the show. Molly Shannon, met Lucy Liu, um, met freaking Carly Simon, Justin Timberlake. I mean, Sandra, what's her name? Angela Bassett. Anthony Hopkins from Silence of the Lambs. I've been lucky, been really lucky. But yes, indeed. But this is a fun trip down memory lane. I appreciate it. But let me let you gang go. I appreciate all you. Coach King, the president, was actually a Yankees game. Bill Clinton was there. Nice. So I went to the game 3 of the World Series wink with my mom in 2001 when Bush drew out the first pitch. We got there like an hour before the game. We didn't get inside until like the 3rd inning because of all the security and the Secret Service. So didn't even get to see him draw the first pitch, which was crazy. But the Yankees won. Took the wife. I've never been to the White House. Never been to the White House. Been to the Pentagon, but not the White House. No, that's one place I'd like to go. That's one place I'd like to go. But have a great night, everybody. I appreciate you coming down here. And thank you for the super chats. I appreciate y'all and your insights. This was a hell of a lot of fun tonight, man. Really did. I really enjoyed this. Hopefully the Yankees win tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, it solidifies at the worst a 500 season. At this point, if we salvage that, I'll take it. They're still going to get a better draft pick next year than they did this year, so I'll take that too. And whatever else we can get, we get. Hopefully they have a monster off season, but we'll talk more about it. Lots more to come. So have a great night, everybody. Peace and love, and I'll talk to you next time.